Hi, this is Lewis once again from the NetWeather TV forums, and this is going to be another video forecast. I'm going to go into some detail with regards to the snowfall that's happening now, and also into the weekend, Saturday, and well, I won't go into so much detail in regards to Sunday, as there's a lot of uncertainty still surrounding that, and of course Saturday, as we all know, for those that aren't actually hanging out in the model output discussion thread. As you can see at the moment, I've got the UK 850 temps and sea level pressure charts, and the standard sea level pressure chart without the overlay of the upper 850s. And you can see that at midday today, a northerly blast pushed straight down southwards, bringing a lot colder air from the Arctic. With it came some snow on the back edge over the cold front. For example, Leeds, they got an inch or two, and parts of Sheffield. I've seen some pictures in the Yorkshire Lincolnshire thread from a few people as well, stating, well, showing how much snow they've got. In Hull, for me, did tend to snow on the back edge, giving about an hour and a half's worth of moderate snow on and off. Some of it was heavy, and in the heavier bursts, the wind really did get up. It was blowing pretty. Well, put it this way, I won't call it a blizzard. But it was coming down, put it that way. Sadly, it didn't settle. At the moment, obviously, there's a few showers about. Generally speaking, across Scotland, northeastern Scotland, central parts of Scotland, showers starting to filter through there now. Northwestern Scotland, in particular, are getting an absolute battering. Someone posted on the model output thread a link to the webcam. I think it was Wick, and as you can see, it was just complete whiteout. There's snow showers affecting Northern Ireland as well. Generally speaking, when it comes to northwestern parts of England, Cumbria area, down to Manchester, Liverpool, just north of Wales, it's in a clear window where there's not many shower activity at the moment. This will probably stay the same until late into the early hours when the winds could come a more west-northwesterly flow. So showers will start to penetrate inland. How far inland yet remains to be seen. Although, depending on the strength of the wind, they could get as far as inland as Pennine areas, possibly even pushing across into parts of Yorkshire, West Yorkshire and South Yorkshire tomorrow. Now, I'm just going to flip through the charts here, and you can see as the wind becomes a northwesterly component, and eventually a westerly, northwesterly. Now, this is when obviously the showers are going to start pushing across, making their way inland. If I go onto the UK precipitation charts, just here, you will see so I'll give an overlay as well. Cloud cover. There's the low pressure system. You're getting showers pushing in basically from west to east, possibly more of a east-southeast movement. As I flick through, going to Friday night, Saturday early hours. This is the low pressure system that will be bringing some heavy snowfall for select. Well, when I say select few, it's a fair few, but in select areas. At the moment, it looks like southern parts of Ireland and some parts of Northern Ireland in particular will get heavy snowfall. And as the low pressure system moves across, the risk goes into northern parts, south parts of Wales, some areas southwestern England, depending on, it may be marginal right on the far south coast, but in all honesty I doubt it. As I go along, you can see it pushing across, and the emphasis is to the southeast of England, the London area, pushing along, affecting the Kent coastline. Just keep flicking back. It will move through quite quickly, the low pressure as it stands, whereas the one on Sunday, if it materialises, it's not going anywhere quick. As you can see there, here's the one brewing up for Sunday. Now this is of main interest. This one could bring a serious amount of snowfall, and I'm being honest here, and I'm talking serious value, particularly as it stands across eastern parts, southeastern parts, where it can be maybe marginal for the far south coast, and southwestern areas. It may be marginal too. The GFS does have a tendency to over deepen low pressures on their outputs. So ideally, we don't want to be seeing something in line with the UK Met Office charts, the FACTS charts, as they show not as deep, and there'll be less mixing of milder uppers. As you can clearly see as I flick through, the amount of precipitation associated with this low pressure system is unbelievable. You can see it here. It's affecting central parts of southern England, parts of all of Wales, and southeastern parts of England. As we get through to 6 o'clock Sunday, it starts to push northwards with heavy precipitation across East Anglia, then Yorkshire and Lincolnshire. And not being biased at all, but I must say, as it stands at the moment, it does have a tendency to stick around much longer across Yorkshire, Lincolnshire and parts of the East Midlands. As you can see, if I keep flicking through, precipitation just keeps bumping up basically across this area. Obviously precipitation amounts will vary, and there is a long way to go. Long way, I mean, it's Sunday, we're a few days away from it, but the charts are that inconsistent. Either model can make its mind up pretty much. So, but yeah, the general theme is it's going to be very, very cold. Snow showers on and off for northwestern parts, Northern Ireland, southwestern parts of England, Devon and Cornwall in particular, northern parts and some parts of Wales. They'll filter through, generally giving 10 to 15 centimetres in places, as much as 20 centimetres plus on higher ground, or those that will be in the firing line for the more heavier ones, where they organise and give longer spells of snow. Also, Cheshire Gap is one to watch as we'll go through to the early hours and then into tomorrow. In terms of precipitation for eastern areas, it's going to stay mainly dry at the moment. Like I said, the main risk of snowfall, disrupted snowfall, is Saturday into Sunday and also into Monday. As the low pressure moves away, there will be some snow showers again pushing in off the North Sea, affecting East Anglia, Yorkshire, Lincolnshire, right up the North East coastline, Tarn and Weir, and also for parts of Scotland as well. So basically, if you're living in East Anglia, like the Iron Sky is, Norwich should do quite well. Southeastern parts of England, London should do okay, especially on Saturday. If you live Lowestoft, for example, someone said to me on the Yorkshire Lincolnshire thread and came and says, we're not doing very well of late with snowfall. Can you have a quick mention? So I've looked at it and it's not that marginal. Saturday, if I just click through now, for those that live around that area, Lowestoft, as the low pressure moves away, you do want it to be a little bit further north to really be in line for the heavier precipitation. But as I keep saying, and as everyone does in the model thread, it's just a case of keeping an eye on the charts. I think at the moment the UK Met Office Evolution, that output is generally what I would say spot on. GFS, yeah, it's more or less in line with the NAE, but it keeps changing its tune all the time, and I do feel as if it's over deepening in the lows, and I cannot see, particularly Sunday as well, the modification and the warmer sectors in the flow due to it deepening. I cannot see them being as high as a model the GFS in particular is showing. So those, don't be disheartened if you think you're going to get your snow washed away or you're going to get rained on come Sunday, although it is a possibility, but it's fairly low at the moment. I'm just going to load this, and as you can see now, the snow showers affecting my area and parts of Yorkshire Lincolnshire coastline. They'll filter down overnight, weakening as we get towards 9-10 PM as the flow becomes more northerly to a northwesterly, so they'll stay offshore. So as you can see here, Saturday, more snow showers for northwestern parts, in particular northern parts of Wales and southwest of England. As we go through into Saturday with the low pressure, 9 o'clock in the morning, you can clearly see snow across Northern Ireland. So low pressure moves in, giving general heavy periods of snow for southwestern parts of England, and also majority of the West Midlands and also Wales. There's also some snow showing on for Yorkshire and Lincolnshire, mainly Yorkshire. Some of this may be very heavy. Again, it's showing more snow for Yorkshire, Lincolnshire, southwestern parts of England, central southern parts of England, Gloucestershire for example, and it's also showing some snow for the West Midlands. 3 o'clock, still showing snow. You can see how it shifts eastwards across more central southern areas and also southeastern England, Kent and East Anglia. And then as we get through to Saturday, 9 o'clock on the night, more snow showing for most eastern parts of England, southeast England, Kent, East Anglia and Yorkshire and Lincolnshire. Sunday, this is a tricky one. It appeared from nowhere, this low pressure. 12 o'clock Sunday, it shows snow. Generally, it's showing rain and sleet at the moment for southwestern parts and southern parts, so some coastal counties should see a mixture, but like I says, nothing's certain at the moment, so don't be too disheartened what the output shows at the moment. There's plenty of time for it to change. 3 o'clock Sunday, as you can see, heavy periods of snow for most parts of the Midlands, for Kent, southeastern parts of England and also East Anglia. As you can see here on this chart, by 6 PM on Sunday it gets heavier, with East Anglia getting an absolute pasting, as the East Midlands, parts of the West Midlands, right through the central belt, Pennine areas, West Yorkshire, South Yorkshire, East Yorkshire and Lincolnshire and even north eastern parts of England. The 850 temperature and low pressure chart showing the low pressure there. As you can see, associated warm sectors within the low pressure itself. Obviously this will change. It may not change as much, but it all depends on the orientation and the track of the low pressure. As you can see here, on Sunday, 9 o'clock again, so more heavy snow for Yorkshire, Lincolnshire, West Midlands, parts of East Midlands as well. Well, all of the East Midlands. And again, as you can see, it does become less marginal where there's precipitation about, as the warmer sectors are lost in the flow and are more to the south. As you can see here, wrapped around -5 upper 850s, -6, -7, and obviously as you go further north into north eastern England, central belt and Scotland, you're looking at generally -7 to -8 upper 850s. Monday, this is what I was talking about earlier. It's still showing plenty of heavy snowfall. So at the moment this is roughly 12 to 18 hours of heavy snowfall for parts of the Midlands, central parts, Pennines, Yorkshire and Lincolnshire, and also parts of East Anglia, stretching up into north east England. And then again, Monday, 12 o'clock, it's showing the same thing. More organised precipitation, falling as snow, heavy snow, Yorkshire, Lincolnshire, parts of the Midlands, North Wales, North Western parts of England and North East England. So I hope you enjoyed the forecast. I'm going to do another one tomorrow, probably 12. I've got a bit more time on my hands now because I've done all the stuff I need to do for business, etc. But I've got a couple of emails, some photographs that were sent in from me. As you can see, the sheep are loving the snow. There's another one here. I don't know what's happening with the Jeep. I think they're frightening them off or trying to get the Jeep, and some more here. So, but yep, I hope you enjoyed the forecast, and I'll do one tomorrow. There's going to be plenty of snow about, particularly for eastern areas, southeastern England and parts of southern England, Midlands in particular, and Yorkshire, Lincolnshire. As it stands with the track of the low pressures, are going to get an absolute pasting. And I don't normally ramp, well I do ramp actually, but this time it's looking very interesting, and it could be record snowfall, or even though Sheffield got up to a foot in places, I think that may be exceeded if the charts stay as they are now. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Thank you, bye bye.